I'm Georgia Alfredas.
And I'm Dave Mathews, and this is What's Next, Wall Street.
This is a show about winning trades.
That's right. We're here to help you learn about trading in a fun, entertaining, and most importantly, a useful way.
We're going to talk about all the hot, new, trending products and services that we think you'll not only want to use, but also invest in.
We'll also cover the fundamentals of those companies to make you an informed trader and make it easier to target investment potential. Plus, we'll share our thoughts on where the charts and indicators say a particular stock is going.
All this info can help you create a tailored trade plan. We're here to keep you up to speed on what's next on Wall Street so that all you got to do is stack your gains.
You can email us at OptionsPlayers.com or hit us up on social media at What's Next Wall Street with your questions. We can also direct you to instructors and experts over at Options Players who dig into those funky fundamentals.
Funky fundamentals. Today's Stock Minute is all about the upcoming IPO Compass. Compass is an online real estate brokerage firm that uses technology as its backbone, utilizing sophisticated end-to-end platforms with marketing capabilities, CRM tools, valuation systems, and contract management.
All right, so this is an interesting spin on a tech play. They really are a home brokerage service company, but they've been buying up companies to extend their reach in the real estate technology market. Their valuation is more like a Zillow that operates in the cloud than a realtor group with hard assets. Their last valuation was $6.4 billion with a B from a private capital raise. Now, Compass is partially backed by SoftBank, which is well known to investors, and allowed them to just pour cash in during their growth phase. They'll list on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol COMP are at around $26 a share. The underwriters are big ballers too, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and Barclays for one. It's expected to open up much higher though than that $26 per share price.
So Compass touts faster results than its competitors to the tune of 21% fewer days per closing. The revenues increased 56% year over year to $3.7 billion. Now they've become the largest independent real estate agency in the U.S. That said, they have yet to be profitable like a lot of their tech counterparts.
Yeah, right, Georgia. So Compass has timed their IPO exactly as the U.S. home buying surges past its 14-year high. So it'll be interesting to see how things shake out with this one as they prepare for what I feel, and maybe the market does too, should be a $10 billion valuation. Ooh. Keep an eye out for Comp and let us know if it makes the way into your watch list.
Sure. Now, this is the part of the show where we get to hear from you. You can always hit us up on social media at What's Next Wall Street or email us at WNW@OptionsPlayers.com. This first email comes to us from Mark P. of Lake Forest, California. Mark asks, what is the best way a trader can bounce back mentally from an abnormal string of losses?
Yeah, that's a great question. Now, losses happen with trading no matter how good you are or your system is.
Of course.
The one thing traders must do after a loss is stay focused and true to your own system. Now, success is not determined overnight. Successful trading systems win over time and longevity. So if you can remember this, you can keep your emotions out of trade plans and executions. The next question comes from Art in Tempe, Arizona. Art asks, what are the first things traders should look at before the market opens, which determine its direction?
Okay, now this is a tough one simply because pre-market movement can be easily manipulated. Plus, you've got other obstacles such as data figures and news events that can sway things really heavily. Generally, pre-market moves bring little value to overall trade planning, and you should use regular session results to figure out directional plans. Another good idea is to categorically stay away from buying to open during the first few minutes of the bell so that you can see things settle down and establish a flow. I hope this helps bring better plans and successful entries into your future.
Yeah, you may not be a pro yet, but we want to help get you there. Today's What's Next Wall Street Pro Tip is brought to you by OptionsPlayers.com. OP suggests that each time you make a trading mistake, you should notate it on a sticky note and place that right on your monitor. As you close a winning trade, then you can take a sticky note down. The notes on the monitor are going to remind you of those past mistakes, and if you make too many, then your monitor is going to be covered and it's going to force you to take a timeout from trading. Now, this really works as it serves as a reminder while giving you a constant visual of your progress or You're a degress.
Let me tell you something. I would throw that monitor out the front door. Are you serious?
Oh, man. Well, you can always email us at WNW at OptionsPlayers.com with your results from this tip, and we'll hook you up with an official OptionsPlayers.com t-shirt or a swanky mug.
Yeah. So what's next with tech?
Oh, that's a good question. Apple has a busy spring coming up, and if you've lost something, maybe you'll find it during your spring cleaning. If not, one of their new products may help you find that lost stuff. But it's not exactly a brand new idea. If you've had a Tile brand tracker, that was a kickstart to the Apple AirTag that's been rumored to come out for some 3 years. Well, even Tile came after Apple with an unfair trade practice lawsuit because the launch of their new product could diminish the value of that company. Now, what makes the Apple AirTag unique is a new radio chipset that will use 2 diversity antennas to enable antenna steering on the newest model of iPhones. There's even a rumored augmented reality virtual balloon that will float with the name above where your lost keys, wallet,
cool.
or whatever you tag.
That's cool.
Now, we're excited to see this product finally come to market, as Apple's put a lot of limitations on third-party software using Bluetooth Low Energy, or what those other vendors had to rely on, making those products good, but not great.
Yeah.
Now, what we're most interested about as stockholders in Apple is the service revenue that these things could bring. Georgia, would you pay $5 a month to find out where your lost junk is?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, Georgia, what's next with consumer trends?
Okay, well, here's the thing. People have always valued collectibles like art, cars, sports memorabilia, bags, cars. Dave, did I say cars?
Yeah, I
'cause
got
you
a few
love
of those.
cars. But now, collectible items have gone digital. Talking about NFTs, people. Nifties are all the rage. I mean, when it's trending so hard that there's an entire bit about it on SNL, you know it's gone mainstream. Google that SNL short, by the way. That skit is hilarious, so watch that. Okay, so an NFT or non-fungible token is a digital asset or it's of just about anything. So the ownership is recorded on a blockchain, sort of like cryptocurrency, except that NFTs are non-fungible. They're unique, one-of-a-kind digital collectibles, and they're selling for millions. For instance, digital artist Mike Winkelmann, otherwise known as Beeple, sold his NFT art at Christie's auction house for $69 million.
What?
Yes. Beeple's NFT is called Every Days, the first 5,000 days, and it was a JPEG of a collage of images he made every day from 2007 through 2021. But here's the gig. After paying $69 million for this art, Vignesh Sundaresan, founder of Metapurse, doesn't even own the copyrights to the artwork. He can't do anything with that art, but look at it. Okay, I know that's what we all do with art, but I'm just saying. Okay, Beeple just auctioned one of the individual images in that collage, day 4,344 if you're asking, for $6 million. So Beeple can go in and sell every piece of that JPEG, like 5,000 of them, because he got like 4,099 more to go. So he could just keep selling. It doesn't even belong to this guy. It doesn't even belong to the guy who bought it. It's just crazy.
Well, we also saw where Jack Dorsey sold his first ever tweet as an NFT for almost $3 million. And the joke's on that buyer because I read it for free on the internet.
There's an Oscar-nominated movie, the first, but probably not the last, released as an NFT.
Yeah, and Kings of Leon, their album When You See Yourself, also sold as an NFT, or actually 3,000 NFTs.
Crazy. Rapper Ja Rule just sold a piece of art commissioned for that disastrous 2017 Fry Festival for $122,000 through his NFT venture kickflip. If Ja Rule's got a venture, I mean, come on, if he's got his own NFT venture, what are we doing? Let's go. We got to go start our own. No, just kidding. So my husband's been buying and selling digital sports trading cards forever. See, for me, Dave, there are really only 2 reasons to buy collectibles. 1, to show them off, and 2, to pass them down to my kids. It's not like I can frame an NFT piece of art and put it on my wall. Well, I guess you could, but still. So my question is, how do we utilize this trend in trade? I don't understand. I mean, how can we utilize this?
It's the new digital revolution, and let's welcome Greg Krause, lead instructor at OptionsPlayers.com, to the show to talk about the NFT.
Greg, how do we make money off this NFT craze? Help.
Well, first, how you make money is become an artist yourself. You need to actually make it and then sell it. I do not think that this craze will continue on. I think it's kind of riding on the hype of Bitcoin and other cryptos. because that's how it's actually done through the blockchain, right? And that really comes to, unlike normal art, NFTs are a zero cost, right? So there's no time or effort put into making a piece. I understand there's a little bit, but taking a screenshot of a Twitter thing and selling it, right? It's really, there's a bunch of rich people with too much money, because we know we ain't spending 250K on a tweet or millions, right? So there's no proof of work. So someone like Andy Warhol can only create hundreds, maybe thousands of pieces of art in his whole lifetime. But in NFTs, it's going to be unlimited, right? So there's an artificial scarcity to this. And with that zero near cost, it's just these artists are going to flood the market, and soon the supply will way out overwhelm the demand, and the prices will eventually crash. I think it's really just a bunch of rich people trying to I'm going to get in this now. Because, I mean, come on, maybe a card or like a trading card or something like that. That's kind of certain people, like say a company like Panini, can limit how many they put out every year to make them scarce. But when you have just artists throwing out all of them, I think that's going to be an issue. And I think the real winners here are going to be the artists. So just go out. I don't know how to make one of these, but I'm pretty sure there's a YouTube channel out there somewhere to show us, right? So go make some art, take a picture of yourself and put it up for sale, and maybe you make $100,000, and then just laugh all the way to the bank, because they're probably not going to be able to sell it for $1 in 10 years, 3 years, or something like that.
So you don't see this like cryptocurrency? You don't think this will be the
No.
next Bitcoin?
I think NFTs will have a use, and as in, like I believe y'all said, like proof of authenticity, right? So if I purchase something, maybe it becomes I purchased this house, my deed becomes through a blockchain, so it could be tracked throughout who owns it and everything like that. That may be where NFTs go, but the art behind it, like I said, it's just going to be who's the artist. If you have a million pieces of art, is it valuable anymore?
Now, Greg, I read something interesting where an artist today, they would have a gallery, and that gallery would show their art, and the curator of that gallery would become the agent for that art piece. And the curator, when they sell that art, they let the artist know that they sold that one piece of art, right? So what this artist was saying, an NFT will allow them to find out where their art goes in the future. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily the belief behind an NFT, which is a token that is just one-time use, but I thought it was interesting that they could use it as kind of like a pin on a map for the future.
Listen, it's in a computer. Why would I care where it goes? I want to get in on this because everybody's talking about NFTs, and it's really interesting and exciting, but my confusion, like I think about, the Beeple paint, like the Beeple JPEG.
$69 million.
What can you do with that? How can you show that off? How can you be like, son, you've done so well in your life. When I turn 75, I'm going to pass down this JPEG to you. Like, what is that what we're doing here?
And you don't even own the rights to it. So I can sell you the NFT and then paint the exact original or print off prints and sell it to someone. So, I mean, you basically have something on your computer that you have no rights to. So it's not like you can use it for a business or anything, or, because it's not yours to use. So what are the limitations on that? Say if you do buy this art, but you don't own the rights to it, can you make a virtual reality museum or something like that online with it? I mean, that's the issue I think we'll see a lot of court cases coming up on, is people buying this and then trying to profit off of it. Now, is that image the NFT, or is that image the copyright photo of that image, of that NFT? I think that's going to be the big thing, and that's where I just see the supply is going to outweigh the demand, because me and you are not going to spend $150,000 on a tweet. I don't care
And
who
my
wrote
joke
it.
was, when they started selling the NFTs, like, what are you going to do? Put this string of numbers on your wall and say that's the representation of my art? Now it just feels like we've completely plugged into the matrix, and it's just as bad as the kids buying virtualized outfits on Xbox,
Right.
Or on.
People are buying. Remember when I forget the name of the game, but when we used to buy land, like you'd have your own little
Farmville.
island. People are buying NFT land in NFT, y'all. This just seems. crazy, but I don't want to sound like the people who are like, come on, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, guys, you
it's going to be like
millennials.
Bitcoin. The volatility of these NFTs make Bitcoin look like it's, Ford or something that doesn't barely move at all, right?
That's right, because these NFTs, they have to point to a DNS record and they have to point to things in the cloud. And as soon as all the companies that are selling NFTs make their money and their land grab, there's no longevity there. They're just going to roll on to the next thing. Well, actually, we need to create the next thing.
The
next.
Yeah. Who would have thought you could buy land in NFT? So I don't even know what would be next. This is insane. So.
All right. Well, I have to confess something. I kind of poo-pooed this, but while Greg was discussing this, I actually started our own What's Next Wall Street NFT.
What?
Well, so now you at home, you can own a part of our show. Literally, the art on our wall, Georgia. I'm going to sell this. The lucky bidder is going to get this What's Next Wall Street logo that we use every week on our show, except that we are going to keep it and you are going to get the NFT for it.
I love it. Think about it. Think about this. You can visit your artwork anytime that you click on YouTube. Now you can show your friends something that's really on our wall.
Yeah.
But you own it.
You will own this beautiful, about 3-foot diameter What's Next Wall Street. Now, to get on the action, you need to point your browser right below here, inside the comments, click on the link, and you'll be able to bid on it. So, bid high
and bid often. What is wrong with us? What is wrong with us?
But really, honestly, we are going to do our own NFT, and we're going to show you how to do it on the next show from start to finish. So, tune in next week. But seriously, click down below and bid on this thing.
Bid high. I'm so excited to learn the process of making an actual NFT. We really are going to do that. I'm so excited. Special thanks to Greg from OptionsPlayers.com for providing his analysis. Lots of great stuff today. So much fun.
Yep, and we hope you learned a lot too. Remember, if you've got questions, we can try and help you to answer them, and we'd love to hear from you. Email us at WNW@OptionsPlayers.com or hit us up on those social medias at What's Next Wall Street.
At what? Okay.
I'm Dave Mathews, and I'm wicked smart.
Yeah, wicked smart. I'm Georgia Alfredas. See you next time on What's Next Wall Street.